we're also now live as we
Oh,
dance.
hi.
Hello, we didn't see you there.
Kind of snuck up on us, didn't you?
If you caught us dancing, yes, that's what it's like. We're here 4 minutes early for the noon live stream. Thank you, YouTube, for sending me an email to let me know we've gone live.
Yeah.
Good to know. I wasn't sure. I was not quite sure.
Right.
Welcome to everybody who is here a little early. We will get started when we actually get to noon, because that is the actual start time. And I don't actually want to get into too much BS, because that's what the entire point of today's episode is. So,
Really?
Yeah. So why would I do it now? I'm going to do it for the next, 45 minutes, an hour, or whatever. I don't know how long we're going to do this.
Imagine that.
How much BS do we have in us? That is the question.
Morning, Silent Winged, and Yarn
yay!
and Whiskey, and...
I'm just now getting chat coming through. You're seeing it better than I am.
Yeah.
Yay! Hello, yay! Yeah, I don't want to BS too much. I mostly just wanted to make sure we could be here.
Well, we have 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes. And there's things I want to say, but I want to say it at the official start of the stream.
Top of the day to you, Ben.
Hey, Ben. Gosh, you're getting all these way faster than I am.
Max is here, and Mr. Snacks, and CDC. Hey there.
CDC's here, yay! I see, what is happening to
I have
the
a good
stream?
connection.
You have a better connection than the laptop, the MacBook?
I have connections.
You do have connections. Happy holidays, CDC, and to everybody.
They're barreling down fast.
Oh God, I know, and it's weird because there's so much I want that would go with that I would tell you, but why would I tell you now when in 2 minutes we'll be in the episode? I'll tell you then. Mm-hmm. Right, but there's stuff I got stuff today, and I know we're gonna comment on the fact that these are not kinky shirts. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Christy.
And Christy. And Alexandria.
I'm glad. See, they're coming through better on your iPad. Also, I'm tired. Aren't we all? It's the holidays, aren't we all?
There's a lot of that going around this time of the year. Always is.
2 more minutes. 1 more minute, according to my clock.
Yeah, one mo, no mo.
One more.
No, one mo, no mo.
I don't even know what you're... Ben, you are right about having the chat. I would actually like to do a really nice, official OBS, thing where you can actually... We once had somebody make us I think it's called a skin that you do in OBS and you actually stream through. I'd love to do all that. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of things you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Snacks, it's your first time here. Yay.
Welcome.
I hope we don't scare you off. It's not I don't think it's any different than the podcast. I don't flash anybody. So, it's just seeing our I don't flash anybody. Not on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're way too puritanical for all that.
Yeah.
For all that they let some really bad stuff on the platform, boobs are just not going to be one of them. Hey, Connie. Okay, we're at noon. Yay. Okay, so let's do the YouTube stuff, YouTube only stuff. Only people on the live stream and watching the video later will care about them. We'll attach everybody.
And then you need to give me the signal. And
I will. Oh, Yarn and Whiskey's home with a sick kid. That sucks so much. Okay, so no, we are not wearing kinky shirts today. I'm not even wearing a bra, y'all. One, we're tired. We're so tired. We'll talk about why in a little bit. So yeah, we can't. No shirts to plug this week. Also, I think we need a winter wardrobe for our kinky shirts, because the other reason was neither of us wanted to wear a short sleeve shirt. We are having a cold front in our part of Florida, which is nice. It feels like it's actually December again, whereas yesterday it was 80 degrees. But yeah, we didn't want to take our warm clothes off either.
No. The thing about moving, we didn't move majorly north in the state. No, God, but no. It was enough. It was enough north that they actually have sort of a real winter.
Yeah, and actually I had
A real Florida winter.
I had more of a Florida winter when I lived in the Panhandle, but I was still so close to the Gulf that it wasn't that bad.
Right.
I could wear my thick coat a couple times a winter. I hadn't worn my thick coat yet, so yeah, no shirt this week. We're not the Grinch or Scrooge. We're just a little cold. And then the other thing that is really for anybody watching the day we're doing this live stream, today is the last day to use our coupon code at Hot Octopus. It ends December 18th. Today is December 18th. If you want a sex toy for yourself or a partner and you have watched any of our Hot Octopus reviews or read any of them, now is the time to get 20% off. That is actually better than their current flash sale going on. They have a flash sale through the 19th that's 10% off. And I'm like, I got a better deal. 20% off. The code is KALO, KALO 20. If the link to shop and the coupon code is in the description box below. I'm just putting that out there so that it's the last reminder I can really give you, because today's the last day of that sale. Yeah. We do make a commission off of any sale because we're affiliates. And I have to say I'm grateful to everybody who has purchased from Hot Octopus this year. You've made it a little brighter for us too. So that is and then just the reminder, as you're watching this, if you enjoy the live stream, give us a thumbs up. That helps with algorithm-y stuff. And if you are not currently subscribed, please consider subscribing and then doing that thing he always wants you to do.
Ring the bell, folks. Get notifications.
I don't care.
I do, and that's what matters.
We are just over 2,300 YouTube subscribers. Wow. That's kind of cool. I mean, we're still technically considered like a baby channel when you compare us to like some others, but yeah, that's pretty cool. We've had a growth of 1,600 subscribers in 2019 alone because I look at the analytics. So yeah, there is all of that. Okay, so now, we can like actually get started and bring in the podcast listeners for all those announcements, because I got announcements there too.
Okay.
Okay, so before we get started in our however long this bonus section episode is going to be, let's do a few announcements, because of course there are announcements. I did make sure to write them down so I would not forget them, including the one I almost forgot last week because I forgot to write it down, and then I went to do the show notes page and almost forgot it there too. And y'all, we're trying to give something away for free, so I don't know what my problem is. The BDSMcontracts.org giveaway is still going on. It runs through the end of December 2019. 4 printed DS contract templates. There's actually 3 DS templates and 1 Daddy Dom Baby Girl template. It's the bound version. It looks a lot like a workbook. It's got room for changes. It's really cool. We have a review video if you prefer video. We have a blog post if you prefer to read. The links are in the show notes / description box. But yeah, we're giving away 4. It is open to North America, UK, and Europe because it's such a light thing. I know we can ship it with no problem. Pop that bad boy in a padded envelope and move on. Much cheaper shipping than trying to do a big old box. So, and with us about to go on a vacation hiatus thing for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to try and use social media to remind folks, but this is my last time to like verbally say it out loud. Go enter. The other thing that is a reminder is that your woodworking, both kinky fuckery and vanilla, is still on sale.
Yes.
Through December 21st, which as of the date we're recording on the 18th, podcast listeners, the earliest you could possibly hear this would be Friday the 20th. So you have through Saturday the 21st. That is Eastern time for anybody who is somewhere else. Coupon codes, if you go to shop.kalolords.com, use the code KinkyFuckery15. You get 15% off there. If you go to thewooddom.com, use code HOLIDAYS with an S, HOLIDAYS15. You get 15% off there. As we said last week, we made these coupon codes when we were tired, and that's why they don't match. All the information for that is in the description box on YouTube. It is in the show notes for the podcast, which is just lovingbdsm.net. If you follow us on social media, we are posting it there. And we had a problem with the wooddom.com when you looked at it on mobile over the weekend, which that was problematic because I had posted scheduled all kinds of little tweets and stuff. But that is now fixed, so you can shop the site on mobile. If you are a Kinky patron on Patreon, you have a slightly different coupon code that you should feel free to utilize. The other thing is both of those sites, if your order is $50 or more, you get free priority shipping through the 21st as well.
Yes.
And we are processing, I think so far in the past week and a half, there's only been one order we did not process day of. Everything else, it's like, the order came in, process day.
Right.
So we're getting them out as fast as we can. And I have gone to the post office right before Christmas more than I've ever done before, which I love. It's a great problem to have also. Oh my God, it's so busy there. So that is that announcement. Both podcast listeners and YouTube watchers might have realized I haven't mentioned Patreon yet, and it's usually part of my intro spiel. That's because there's changes coming, and I'm going to talk about that when we're technically in the episode, which, considering this is a bonus section episode, when are we actually in the episode? I don't know. So you can't even do it.
I can't even do it now. I lost my changes.
Oh, I'll start singing with you and nobody wants that because that's a higher key than this voice should ever go. So those are the actual announcements. BDSMcontracts.org giveaway, links in all the appropriate places. Sales at John Brownstone sites. This is the best time to get them at the best prices with this coupon code because prices will be going up a little bit, not much, but just a little bit. Some adjustments made in 2020. And the free shipping at $50 order, priority shipping especially, that will go away. It will be free shipping at $75 and up for 2020. We're going to try that and see how that does. Because, if you buy a pen or a shaving set from his vanilla shop, you've spent $80 or more. Easily, depending on what you get. Yep. So why shouldn't you get free shipping? But it will not be priority once we're out of the holiday season. So there's that. So now we're doing a big bonus section for this episode for a couple reasons. One, we're tired. We're very, very tired. Everybody is tired at this time of the year. It is right before the holidays, so of course. And if you are dealing with anything with family, kids, or grown-ups, you are tired. So it's I'm tired too. I don't want to think of a topic. The other reason is we are about to go on hiatus for 2 weeks. No videos, no podcasts, no blog posts. This Friday, the 20th, I will send out a newsletter, the Loving BDSM newsletter. If you go to lovingbdsm.net, you can sign up for that. But after that, it's going to go kind of quiet on the larger platforms we have. We're still going to be around on social media. I'm just going to schedule tweets and do some stuff on Instagram. We like to go on IG Live. I was
going to say we might pop up randomly on IG Live.
Yeah, it's especially if we get stuff in the mail. Like today, I have stuff that we got in the mail on the show. So we are still going to be around, but that's why we did that. So I had this thought because most people who have followed us for more than about 5 minutes know what a bonus section is, but not everybody does.
True.
We set them up so that people who just want the content and the information about whatever topic we're discussing, I can't talk either, that's how tired I am, can get it and go. But a lot of people, as they have told us, they are our crickets. Listen to the bonus section. Some people are here today because it is a bonus section, which is kind of cool. A bonus section just means we're chatting. It's like we're sitting around the kitchen table having, for us, a cup of coffee. Beverage of choice for y'all out there. But it was born out of feedback I got from a listener.
Yeah.
So a lot of you have gone back and listened to the archive, but some of you have been with us since day one, and it's been years since you've thought of early episodes. So let me refresh your memory a little bit. Very, very... What's that? Is that from Wayne's World?
Yeah.
I remembered. I used to watch that movie a lot. I would probably be embarrassed to watch it now, but I used to watch it all the time. Anyway, this is what the bonus section was created for. The fact that we can sometimes go off on tangents that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, which we still do that even in a regular topic. True. It happens. But in the very, very, very beginning of the podcast, like the first probably 20 episodes, if it was me speaking, I was scripted to the letter. I wrote every single word I was going to say. I then practiced it 20 times. Then I hit record, and I was doing my best to make sure that John Brownstone didn't have any real editing work to do. I was trying to keep it really easy for him because he still worked a full-time job out of the house. And he was like supporting me on this journey, but I was desperate to not make it be too much work for him. So I made it be too much work for myself. And I was terrified of misspeaking. I was so terrified of saying the wrong thing that I would write down every single word. So I was really scripted. I was really on task. I was really like, the topic came out. There were no like little caveats and asides and random thoughts. And then somewhere in there, maybe I didn't even do 20 episodes, but somewhere in there, you started joining me and we started having conversations. Mm-hmm. And Kayla Lord's having a conversation means that I will have 25 thoughts at one time. They all connect. You have to take a ride with me to get them to connect, but they all connect to one another.
Very sharp pencil and just follow the dots.
One thought leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and I go a whole roundabout with my thoughts. Well, what was happening is we would be talking about something and then we'd go off on a tangent. And sometimes I'd forget what I was saying, which is really annoying. And sometimes we'd come back around, but it'd be like 5 minutes later. So a listener reached out on FetLife. He was one of our early listeners, very supportive in the very beginning, like here for it. I don't know if he still listens, and it's okay if he doesn't. He's definitely gone quiet, though, because I haven't heard from him in ages. But he was like, I really love your podcast. I think y'all have interesting things to say. I love the topics that you're touching on, but it drives me nuts that y'all go off on these tangents because then I lose the thread of what you were saying and now I'm distracted. And so here's the thing. I hate being criticized because my perfectionist self is like, you will no longer love me if I make a mistake and give you a reason to criticize me. I am better about that than I used to be, but at the time it was like pulling my heart out through my chest. And yet, I also know good constructive criticism when I hear it. Like, I can feel it in my gut, usually because it's criticism that I've been thinking internally, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. Oh, that's probably not so great. And it just sort of validates it. And so I went, he's right. I hate this. I hate this agonizing pain of not being perfect at all times, which is impossible, but tell my brain that, right? So, okay, we got to do something about this because he's not wrong. That does happen. It happens in our own conversations with each other. You're like, what the hell are we talking about? I don't know. So we started the bonus section, and longtime listeners and people who've gone back through the archive will probably distinctly remember this better than I do. I don't remember what episode anymore, and I was too tired to go find out. And I don't even remember how we introduced it. I do have a vague memory of saying, this is all the like extra stuff, the tangents, the stories, the whatever. We're going to stick to the topic now. At the end, we'll take a few minutes to chat. And the first dozen times, I was like, I'm sure we are talking to ourselves. I'm sure nobody is staying to listen to this. And that is when the crickets were born, because I said, we're talking to crickets. We're talking to crickets. Nobody is here. And then the crickets like came out of the woodwork. I went, I'm a cricket, I'm a cricket, I'm a cricket. And now, if you're ever new to the show and you're watching the live stream or you see comments on the YouTube video afterwards, or you happen to follow us on Twitter and you see people talking to us and people are like, I'm a cricket. That's what the fuck that means. The bonus section is just a bad name for it. It's not bonus material. It's us. It's chit-chatty stuff. Yeah. I'm just really bad at naming things. I did not name the crickets. The crickets named themselves. I would never have called them crickets. I don't know what I would have called you if you had not named yourselves crickets. I love that you're crickets. It's perfect now. But that's what a bonus section is. It is just us chatting. It's just like if we were catching up with one another. You hadn't seen us in a week. And we're like, let's tell you what's going on in our lives. The only part that makes me feel kind of squidgy about it is that it's a very one-sided thing. It's very just us. Because the nature of what we're doing is that we are broadcasting out the thoughts in our brain outward, and it's not as interactive as it would be in a real sit down at the kitchen table chat kind of thing. That was a very long-winded, rambly explanation of what the fuck a bonus section is. And if you stayed through that to learn what a bonus section is, you are among your people, because that's what it's like around here. And if you went, fuck this, I can't do this shit, it's okay. That's why we do this. I enjoy the bonus section. I enjoy all the recording we do. I enjoy the conversations we have. In general, even when I get all like hyped up on a topic and get all ranty and rambly, I really do enjoy that. But it is the bonus section where I really feel like I'm hanging out with friends, because I feel I'm already in my comfort zone. I'm already
The work
at
is
my most
the meat and potatoes. The work is done. Mm-hmm. And now it's just time to sit and chill for a few minutes.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's what we're doing today. Because we now have the live stream that we do at the same time, we do get interaction. We can answer questions in real time. We can respond to comments. Not going to lie. I worry that we take something away from podcast listeners when we do that. I will let podcast listeners tell me if they enjoy it, if they're like, bitch, I wish you'd stop. Because if we section that out and say, this is when we're going to do it, then we can edit it out later. I don't really want to. I want this to be like a free-flowing conversation. But I'm not going to leave behind the OG listeners. The podcast listeners were like, we got some ride or die bitches in that pool of people, and I love it. So, yeah. So I do have tons of stuff. Like, I'm glad this is just a bonus section, because if it was a topic and a bonus section, the bonus section would be probably an hour. I don't know if today will be an hour, but it would be. There's a lot of shit going on.
There is?
There's a lot of shit going on.
Where have I been?
Having shit going on too. Being supportive, drinking lots of coffee.
Yeah.
So much coffee. I'm not even intermittent fasting at this point. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm just drinking coffee with plenty of cream at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because right now, it's about survival, y'all. I'm just trying to get through a day.
Yep.
And I'm not doing it in an unhealthy way. I'm not eating a bunch of crap. I'm not eating,
no, you're not.
We had our moments last weekend. I did not make the best food choices, but right now I'm just like, just give me some fucking coffee. I'm not waiting for my fucking coffee. Give me some fucking coffee. I got some fucking coffee. I'm on cup 2. You are on cup 4.
4. 2
hots, 2 cold ice.
Yeah.
There will be more because I have to take so this week, the week before Christmas, I've done almost all of my Christmas shopping. Amazon is supposed to be bringing the last little bit of it. I've got to go get the gift cards that I will then also include with the physical gifts for family members. I'm so happy we have a small family because my Christmas list and Christmas expenses is not that big. But the kids need to go do their Christmas shopping, and the 14-year-old wants to buy a birthday/Christmas present for the girl who he likes, but she's not his girlfriend. Yeah, right.
The girl who is not his girlfriend.
The girl who is not his girlfriend, and yet he adores her, and she owns his hoodie now, and he's got her scrunchie, and his little face lights up every time he says her name, and I just think it's the most precious thing ever. Anyway, she's like, I gotta buy her a present. Her birthday's Friday. She's also moving, which is why they're not calling themselves boyfriend girlfriend, because she's moving over Christmas break, so we can deal with that heartbreak and all those emotions in a couple of weeks. I'm
just going to head out to the garage and stay there.
I'm going to teach him about eating your feelings. That's not healthy. I'm not going to do that. No. Yes, I am, but I'm in good spirit. Anyway, so this afternoon when he gets home from school, I'm taking him to the store. He's got to pick out a present for his brother. He needs to pick out a present for you. He knows what he wants to get the girl. And that was ironic. He's like, I'm going to get her this and this and that because that is what she loves. And I went, whoa. You know off the top of your head what you're getting this girl. But when I said, what do you want to get for Mr. John? You were like, I don't know. What does he like?
Or what do you want to get for your mom?
Yeah, and Lord, we hadn't even gotten to getting something for his little brother. We're going to be in the Target for a while. So we're doing Christmas shopping this afternoon. We're going to go out to eat tonight because we were so tired. I didn't even want to put anything in the crock pot, y'all. I was like, no. I don't even have that mental energy right now. And I'll tell you why about that in a second. Then Friday, the kids get out of school early. It's an early release day. But I'm picking the 10-year-old up from school. He gets out at noon. And we're going to go do lunch. He has already requested Zaxby's. If you don't have a Zaxby's in your area, it's a chicken place. Chicken tenders. The child is practically made of chicken at this point. He is a chicken tender. And a French fry. He's like 70% chicken tender, 30% French fry.
Yeah.
Maybe 25% French fry, 5% ranch dressing. You want to know why he wants to go to Zaxby's? He's like, Mom, it's not just the chicken tenders. I want to try Zach sauce too.
Oh,
he's branching out.
Branching out.
Might be 0.25% of Zach sauce when we get done. Zach sauce, y'all, is a combination. I don't know what it's really a combination of, but it's like a combination of like mayo or ranch. I'm not sure which, and ketchup with a little spice added in. It's good, but it's not life changing.
Kind of like maybe ranch and horseradish.
Yeah, but it's got a ketchup feel to it too. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine. I eat it, but this is a big moment for him. He is the anxious one. He is the picky eater. He is the one that does not do new things. He's going for the Zach sauce. But I'm taking him to the store. We've already got Mr. John's present. I have to wrap it. He has to help me wrap it when he gets home today. No, you don't get to know when it is.
Oh, I thought you meant I get to help
Not wrap you, the 10-year-old. Who's a child? Like, I've already been given the orders I'm not allowed to touch any Amazon box with his name on it. And I've had to give the orders that he's not allowed to touch any Amazon box with my name on it. So, we're going to do that. And we're going to go buy presents. He needs to pick out something for his brother. He knows what he wants. We just have to go find it. And then I've got to go to the grocery store before the weekend for Christmas dinner. Yeah, so there's a lot. And in between I'm working, and in between, I've got at least one conference call with a client potentially scheduled, maybe a second. Yeah. So it's the nature of it. It's no different than anybody else. We're all running around trying to buy the groceries, buy the presents, wrap them up, deal with whatever. And in the middle of it, my aunt is back in the hospital. Thankfully, she looks like she'll be getting out tomorrow. She just went in Monday night. So she's diabetic, and she got a bone infection in her feet, which if you know anything about diabetes, the last thing you need is extremities getting anything wrong with them because they don't heal well, and that is how amputations occur. So everybody's freaking out. Bone infection in her feet. She's been diabetic my whole life. Like, this is not a new thing for her. And they were like, oh, your kidneys aren't flushing your medication. We are worried about renal failure. They put her ass in the hospital. That's the first time I've been scared this whole time. Because I was like, because that's the one thing I don't have any experience with. They're saying renal failure. They're like, you might need dialysis. And I'm like, oh my God. So far, so good. They're flushing her kidneys. Looks like she's going home tomorrow. 2 days in the hospital. But yesterday they were like, oh, it could be a week. It could be after Christmas. And we were like, oh my God. And it's not happening to me. But we're now on alert. I cut my workday short yesterday. I went to see her in the hospital because, it sucks being in the hospital. And I think one of us will be the one to pick her up tomorrow. Maybe both of us. I don't know. But yeah, because her poor husband, my uncle, because of her last hospital stay and whatever, he used up his last paid day off for 2019 yesterday, Tuesday, to be with her. And he's like, if I take time off, they'll let me take the time off, but we're doing it without pay, and I can't do that. I'm like, dude, we got it. We're here. It's a good thing we live close. But that stressed me out. Not as much as it might have if it had been worse, of course, but I'm realizing I am now at that point in life where, still raising kids, and there's all of that, and also aging family members. I'm like, wow, that's what this is like. I hear people talking about it all the time, but I'm like, whoa. Okay, yeah, I'm really tired. Okay, and none of it's happening to me, but it's just the nature. It's a lot of mental energy. It's a lot of emotional energy.
Because it's all hanging on the peripheral.
Yep. So, it's... but she's fine. She's fine. She's so funny. I went to see her yesterday. She was like, I'm like the healthiest sick person on this floor. She had a semi-private room this time. Last time she was on her own because they were worried about infectious disease and keeping her kind of away from people and blah, blah, blah. But this time she's sharing with somebody and she is not happy about it. She's like, that woman is a hypochondriac. It's like, well, she is in the hospital, so on the renal ward, so something is wrong with her. I promise. There's something going on with her. She's a hypochondriac. Okay. It's fine. Okay. So, that's been my reality this week. Yeah. You've been wonderful, as always. You bought me a Diet Coke the other night when I was like, I can't cope. There's too much. I can't cope. You're like, let's go get you a Diet Coke. Thank you, Daddy. You did also use it to bribe me to get my work done in a timely fashion.
Well, that's what I told you. I said,
I can be bribed.
Yeah, because you wanted me to go right then and there, and I was like, no, I don't think so. I think what needs to happen here is you need to get your work done. You get your work done in a reasonable time, and I will go get you a Diet Coke. And you did.
It worked.
Yeah,
I did. I got my Diet Coke. And then I was supposed to get a Diet Coke last night, and I went to the hospital to visit my aunt, see my uncle. I stopped at the post office, which I'm very glad I did. We had a couple of boxes.
Yep.
But that, because it's Christmas, was like a 30-minute wait in line to pick up boxes. And I was in the line of just picking up boxes. I wasn't in the general getting mail, buying postage line. 30 minutes. Then I'm leaving downtown because that's where the post office is. And of course, so is everybody else because it's 5 o'clock. So it took forever. And I was like, I was going to stop and get a drink on my way home, get my Diet Coke. I really was like, emotionally, I need this Diet Coke. I was too tired. I went, no, I just want to go home. I just want to get off the road. I just want to not be in traffic right now. I'm just worn out. Right. And so he's like, I'll go get you a Diet Coke later. I'm like, okay, that'll be wonderful. And then the rain we'd been waiting on all day, bottom fell out.
We knew it was coming. Didn't know when it was coming.
We knew it was going to get cold, and the rain was going to bring in the cold weather.
And it hit with a vengeance.
It did.
And I was like, I love you so much, but I am not getting out and driving in this.
And I know I'm a baby girl to my core. I know who and what I am, but I was not going to look at him and go, but why not? Like, I mean, you could hear it. It was so loud. The rain was so hard. And I was like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. So, yeah. So I'm drinking coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning and not fucking intermittent fasting. This is fine. No, it's
once the holidays are over.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Get your butt back on track.
Yes, I'll start going back to the gym too. I had the dream, the audacity to dream that in December.
First chance to drink.
Stop. That I would go back to the gym, that I would start my routine. Because here's the thing. I don't really want to go to the gym in January because that's when everybody's going to the gym. And then there won't be any damn treadmills. And I don't want to do that. I will, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next week. Technically, I'm supposed to be off. I work one day next week. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have the holidays, Christmas. But I'm supposed to not have to do anything. I'm supposed to be on my own schedule. Right. Ain't nobody going to the gym the week of Christmas because they're all telling themselves they'll go on January 2nd. Not 1st, we know that. But still, I don't know. And I've got so many cute leggings. I have hot pink leggings now. I have purple leggings. I have printed leggings. Pop fit. So that's where I've been getting my leggings from. They have pockets. They fit really well. They're very opaque, so when I bend over, you can't see my ass because I don't wear underwear with that shit. I don't wear underwear unless, like, I know I really need to. Like, oh, we're going to the waxing place. Let's, like, have some underwear so that the freshly waxed skin has a barrier between that and whatever clothes I'm wearing, right? Oh, I'm going to a doctor's office. I should probably wear panties that night. But I don't usually wear underwear, not even to the gym. Got my leggings, but that means my leggings better be thick because nobody wants that on their equipment. And also when I bend over, nobody needs to see that. And I do. So Pop Fit clothing, they advertise so heavily on Instagram, and I fell down that rabbit hole. I was like, yes, those are the leggings. And the leggings actually like live up to their hype.
They are.
They're very good leggings.
Very nice.
They're very thick. They're compression. I don't love compression leggings. I usually prefer like soft yoga pant kind of material, but they feel good at the gym. They look good. They make your butt look so good. They have pockets. OMG, you get the first pair for free. All you have to do is pay shipping. They screwed up sending me one of the sizes. It wasn't their fault, actually. The inside tag was a small. The outside tag was a large. And you know they're just going up to a shelf looking for the tag that was large. Yeah. And shipping it out. So I open it up and it's a small is like one of my thighs. And I'm like, no, this is not right. And when I needed to return it, they made it super simple and it was just done. No big deal. The downside is it is a subscription service. To get the free pair for just shipping, you join their VIP membership. So the last pair of leggings I got was because I forgot to go skip the month. Because we've been really strategic. I've got a couple of subscription services now. And one, if it's a month when I know we've got a lot of expenses, I don't buy anything from any of them.
Right.
And if I buy, like in a month, if I buy a new set of lingerie from Adore Me, I'm not getting a new set of leggings from Pop Fit. I'm going to alternate in a month when I might shop. And I don't shop every month. And I forgot to click skip the month, and so here I got leggings that then did not fit, that I then had to return for an exchange, but I got hot pink leggings in return. Yeah. But I've not been wearing them because those are my gym leggings. They are not comfortable enough for me to sit at my desk and work for 8 hours in. They are fine for the gym. They're fine even for running around town. But I don't wear them around the house, so I've got all these damn leggings and not using them.
We have one of our listeners, Master Bobby, tuned in
from the gym. You are a better human being than I am. I have not gone to the gym. I need to for a lot of reasons. I know that I would sleep better. I know that I'd have some mental clarity. I'm doing pretty well, focus and clarity. My mental health is pretty good, but I know that it would help. I know that it's a great place to just sort of even unwind. I pop my earbuds in and I listen to podcasts. Y'all, I'm so behind on my podcasts. I'm still listening to episodes in July. Now, somebody who's different human being than I am would say, well, why not just listen from now and then catch up when you can? I can't do that. I have to listen from the last episode I listened from and listen forward, which means I'm currently, how many months behind is that? 5 months
July,
behind?
you said, yeah.
Yeah. And I am. I'm listening to them in order because I have to do that. There's no rule. There's nobody standing over me. My brain goes, no. Because there's context I might miss. There's references to stuff I won't know. Also, that is good stuff. And I know me. If I skip ahead and go to where I left off, I won't go back. But if I make myself start from where the last episode I heard and go forward, eventually, a few years' time, I'll catch up.
There you go. Well, hello, Dark Angel.
Oh, hello, Dark Angel. We are looking at the live stream. Podcast listeners, we're looking at the live stream. Mm-hmm. And Ben had to go back to work.
Yeah. Well, I have had a fairly relaxing week.
You should have, though.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I finished my last craft show this past weekend.
Yeah, and we teamed up together on that.
Yeah. It was really nice having you there to help me with that one too.
It was nice being there. I had dreaded the idea of being there because it reminded me too much of my retail days. I was like, oh my God, I have to say hi to people and put my fake smile on. And I did a little bit, but I learned, at least at this show, craft fair market kind of people, it didn't like being in a department store. So first of all, in a department store, very few people want you to speak to them, but you are required by your job. People don't, I know, but when I worked retail a million years ago, we were supposed to. So I learned how to say hi to people who really did not want me to say hi to them. But I was ready to go back into that mode at the market, and then I realized they don't want that. The people who want to talk to you, they will say hi first, and when you say hi back and you're friendly, then the conversation starts. But they want to be acknowledged. I think everybody wants to be acknowleded.
They want to be acknowledged.
But then they want to be left the hell alone.
But they want to browse because they want to see what catches their eye.
Without the pressure.
Without the pressure.
Love that show.
So and Dark Angel, with the laundry, I feel you. I did 4 loads of laundry this week. I'm done. I'm over laundry. Well, until Saturday rolls around again. But I'm done with the laundry. But it was really nice. I loved doing the shows. I really do, but they are a lot of work, and they're exhausting. Usually, the day after a craft show like that, I am pretty much just vegged out.
You were this time, weren't you?
Yeah.
You did errands. You did little stuff.
I did little stuff. Didn't do anything that required any major effort, so to speak.
I don't blame you at all.
But no, it was nice. I'm glad to have it behind me. I haven't even really been out in the shop and done any work.
No,
I did go out in the shop Monday, and now because pretty much for me the holiday season is over as far as making stuff at this point. Yeah. So I went out there and I did a heavy cleaning. I mean, I pulled the tools out, moved the lathe away from where it sit, got in there and swept stuff up and did some organizing even. Mm-hmm. Did some organizing even. I have a couple of bench spaces, one of which houses my tabletop drill press and small lathe that I now use strictly for buffing. And that has an open spot in it that I use as a tabletop. But it's kind of funny because off to one side I set up a table that was supposed to be my dedicated workbench space.
See how well that worked out.
Yeah, you know, the best laid plans of
we
mice
should do
and
a
men.
shop tour at one point.
And yeah, it has become a clutter collection, is what it has truly become. And I've probably got it about 60% dug out at this point.
That's how I feel about my desk.
I can actually see that there's a tabletop underneath everything.
Yeah, I had the same problem with my desk, and over the weekend, I just cleaned my desk, and now I'm working much better because I can think and I can see stuff. Yeah. No, this weekend was a good weekend. We weren't sure what to expect at this market because we were like, it should be good. It's the last market. First of all, it's the market in downtown on a day when it's the Christmas parade, which is later, so people would be in that area.
Right.
Two, it's 10 days before Christmas, essentially, so it should be good. And we were a little concerned, or like, we don't seem to be getting much. And then every time I walked away, he was like, I made another sale. So what you're saying is I need to walk away more. No, come back, because you do the credit card machine, you wrap the things up.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So yeah, it was cool to work together in that capacity.
It was.
When we work together all the time, it's all kinky stuff. It's all content stuff. It's all weapons of mass destruction. We don't do it on that level. Ever.
No.
And so that was cool. And it got me out of the house for a few hours. Yeah. That was Saturday. That was a wild day because we were up and out the door at 7:15.
Right.
To be able to set up for this show at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed until 1, then left to go get the kids, to take one kid to the school because he was marching in the parade. He forgot his trumpet, and I was so out of it, didn't even notice he didn't have his trumpet in his hand.
Kind of hard to play an instrument when you don't have it, huh?
You know what they would have done, though? He would have marched like this in that parade.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been completely dressed out. He just wouldn't have played. But thankfully, he let me know so that I zipped back home, came back, dropped off his trumpet, went back out, hadn't eaten anything, was starved. Yeah. The little one's like, Mom, when are we going to get wherever we're going to get? We eventually get back to the show right as it was ending. Mm-hmm. And it was funny, we were the first ones there that day for setup, and we were the last ones out for takedown. But I watched people, they literally were just shoving shit in their cars. Yeah. And I was like,
no.
You're going to have to sort that out when you get home. Like, what?
I much rather prefer taking my time, packing it away correctly.
Yes.
So that the next time I have to go into it, it is not a disaster.
It's like, okay, y'all.
And I don't know how many of you folks know, craft shows, but like this one started at 10 a.m. So setup began at 8 o'clock.
We were there at 7:30 something.
No, not that early.
7:45.
7:45 we were there.
We were there before the owner.
Yeah, which was great. We kind of sat there for a few minutes and we chatted, we drank our coffee, and when they arrived,
we're good to go.
We unloaded the car. I parked unknowingly within feet of where my space was going to be. So we unloaded and I moved the car over to the parking area and did it all before there was a huge crowd of people of other vendors there, which was really, really nice.
I know.
And even, loading, it sounds, you were the last one out. But you know what? Technically at the shows, they tell you they want you to break your tent down first, pack your stuff away, then bring your car over to load. Well, all these other people, as soon as what was it, 3 o'clock? Mm-hmm. As soon as 3 o'clock hit, man, all these cars just started pulling in. Yeah. And they were just throwing stuff into the car.
I know. And all I can
as
think
they
is,
packed.
You're going to be so tired when you get home. You are not going to want to touch this stuff.
So, you know what, it may have said, well, it was the last one, but you know what? Didn't have to fight all that.
It didn't bother me. It was actually very peaceful. It was just funny to me. It was ironic to me that we were the first ones there, we were the last ones out.
To leave, yep.
But it was a good show. You had a good day.
Had a good day. Mm-hmm. And you know, Kayla kind of laughed at me, even though we were the last ones out. I made a point because the owners, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little novelty.
It's a little boutique shop.
Stuff.
And
yes.
it is designed for a certain type of feminine person. This is the woman who has her wine tumbler with the script stuff. This is the person I would say it's a place after my own baby girl heart.
Yeah.
Like, there are cutesy things everywhere. They're all feminine. Every one of them is feminine, but they are, I want to go, but there's also sarcastic things, and there's like snarky things, and it's like, I love this shop, and I couldn't find anything to buy, and I had a coupon. It's very sad. Yeah. Anyway,
so
it's that kind of shop.
It's
adorable.
I went in after we packed up. I told Kayla, I'll be right back, and I went in and I thanked them.
Because he's the nicest human being I know.
Well, you know, it takes a lot of work to organize a show like that. I mean,
and they don't have to give up their parking.
They don't have to give up their space or their time or their property to do this. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, yes, as a vendor, you pay to be there,
right? And they benefit because they get customers,
and they benefit because they get customers. But it as a crafts person, it gives you exposure to people. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah, I'm. Went in and thanked them for their time and effort for doing what they did.
And as far as we know, he was the only one who did. They were very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have thought to do it. I mean, I'm a kinder human being because I know you. Because you did that at the woodshed, too. When we were finally packed up, you made a point to go and find Master Cecil and Darcy and say, poor things. They were trying to eat pizza, and they're such polite human beings. They're like, come on in. We're like, no. You're trying to eat before the party.
Enjoy your dinner. You know, just wanted to say thank you for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're just genuinely one of the nicest people I know. Most people just don't think like, I'd like to think I'm relatively kind, and I don't think like that. You know, I always feel awkward. I just constantly feel awkward. So that's why I'm glad.
That's why you have me around.
That's exactly it. So yeah, it's just, I'm kind of grateful that we're about to slow down a little bit. I know I just have to sprint the last few miles of this marathon, and then I get to slow down. And I'm looking forward to that. We've got a lot going on, though. One of the things that I made sure to include in my not really show notes list script thing, that is the wrong tab, clicking away on the laptop, is that one of the things we're going to do is Patreon's going to change.
Yes.
And it's why, if anybody even pays attention, because I know if you say something so often enough, it becomes background noise to people. They don't even notice it. It's just like it's there. Mm-hmm. And every episode, I say something about Patreon, and I didn't this time. And it's because things are changing over on Patreon, and we're going to talk, when we get back in January, y'all are going to be so tired of hearing about damn Patreon. But it's because we're going to do a membership drive in January with goodies. The things we ordered arrived. Not yet. We'll talk about it in January.
Okay.
And current Kinky patrons get to know what it is now.
That's true.
But we're changing the tiers. And a couple of things of note, and the reason I'm saying something now, even though it's not official yet, is because I know for some people, some of the things we're doing might be of like legit interest. So, you know how we've always said you can join for as low as $1 a month. Technically, that will remain true. You can always set yourself that. But our lowest tier in 2020 is going to be $2. None of the other tiers change, but it's not $1 for us. It's $2. And the other thing that's going to change, we have our highest tier. Very few people ever join it, and that's okay. But it's a $50 tier. And next year, the perk, if you are a $50 patron, is you get 30-minute Skype with the two of us to answer questions. Like if you're going through something and you need to get some consult. I'm not going to call it mentoring because we don't mentor. We did a whole episode about how we do not mentor. But yeah, that's a big change that's coming. And so we're really excited about that. We're talking about it a lot in Patreon right now. But once we get back in January, y'all will be like, shut up. And I'll be like, no, not until February. But we are doing a goodies giveaway. Anybody who is a member in January, so current members now and anybody who becomes a patron in January, we're going to send you goodies in the mail. It's very exciting. The changes are not quite aren't reflected in our current Patreon right now. That's patreon.com/Kayla Lords if anybody's interested. Because I have to do that this afternoon. I have to make those changes actually occur. But yeah, so that's coming too. That's another thing we've been working on. And for anybody who cares, if you become a patron, you always, at any level, you get access to a bonus section podcast every month. We try to keep it at 30 minutes, but sometimes it's longer.
Sometimes it doesn't. Well, it started out, we tried to keep it at about 15 minutes.
I know, we gave that shit up real quick. We can't do it. We cannot do it. On a slow month, we can kind of do it. We can do it. And then we do a live Q&A for patrons only once a month. The next one will be January, I think it's the 7th. It's the first Saturday of the month. So anybody who's a patron by that date would be able to see that. And then they get sneak peeks of everything. They get to know about new stuff first. That's just a thing we do. And we do shout outs and we do just that kind of stuff. But we give extra of us is kind of what you get for it. Yeah. And that's at any level. And then there's extra perks depending on your level. But yeah, so we're making changes there. And we're going to be mailing goodies. We had stickers made. We had bookmarks made, all with a cricket theme because our patrons are definitely crickets. You don't have to be a patron to be a cricket, but if you're a patron, you're definitely a cricket. So yeah, we've got that going on. We supposedly are going to sit down and actually start mapping out what we're going to do in 2020. We have a big thing coming that we can't announce yet because it's not official. Like the ink's not dried on the paper. All the money has not been paid yet, but we have a thing coming. Y'all will get tired of hearing about that too once that happens.
I'm looking forward to that.
I am too.
I'm very excited about that because that's something that kind of really...
That's more about you than it is about me anyway. So yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, we're going to think about topics. We're going to think about types of videos we want to make. We're going to just think about that kind of stuff and plan some of that stuff out.
So what it come down, the 2 weeks that we're off, we'll probably be having some coffee business.
We won't actually be resting.
Meetings.
We will be planning. But somebody has requested a business Christmas party, a company Christmas party.
Yes.
Which is the two of us going out for a date night, quite frankly. And I'm here for it. It might be between Christmas and New Year. It might not be before Christmas.
And we have the company photocopier right here for those, fun moments.
My butt is not going on the company copier, especially when it's not one of those business office industrial size copiers. I put one butt cheek on that thing and it will break. It will be dead. It will be like, no, what have you done to me? No, not that kind of company Christmas party. But yeah, the two of us got for date night called a company Christmas party. We do need to discuss that because I do want to do that. But the question is, do we have enough time to do it prior to Christmas?
Probably not. Probably not. Point. Yeah.
And I'm certainly not going anywhere on New Year's Eve.
No.
I don't leave my house on New Year's Eve. Even when I was young enough to and had the kind of life where I could go out, I was not going out. I'm an introvert from way back. So
somebody here locally reached out to me and they're like, "Oh, we're having a New Year's Eve play party, and we'd love for you to come." I was like, "Thanks, but no thanks."
Yeah, have fun with that. You have a good old time. No, I'm not. No, not just no, but hell no.
Yeah.
No. Now we do have a bottle of champagne.
We do.
We should probably
and that will.
Maybe we should do IG Live while we drink. We've done that before. It's fun.
She's a hoot.
If you need a reason to follow us on Instagram, that might be it.
But a slight warning.
I knew it. You tell this story every single time we mention this. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
She will trash your childhood memories when she's had a few drinks in her.
I will also trash your porn.
Forewarned.
I will also trash your porn. I will make it not sexy for you at all. And not because I have anything against porn. I don't. Especially now these days, I have zero against porn. But I will trash your porn too. Yeah. I will make it let me commentate. Let me narrate. We tease the oldest all the time. I'm like, you gonna watch porn? Come watch porn with me. I'll help you see it in a different light. And he went, no. I was like, you're right. Because when I get done with you, you'll never be able to look at porn again and think it's sexy. Because I'll just point out all the things that I know about it. He was like, Mom, you're the worst. I'm like, actually, I'm the best, but whatever. So, yes, I will dash childhood memories. I will narrate in ways that just make you go, please stop saying that. But only after I've had a couple of drinks. I can't do it on command when I'm sober.
No.
Just because I have enough inhibition between brain and mouth when I'm sober that I'm like, sometimes I just can't even think of it. But when I've had a couple of drinks, I'm like, let me say the first thing that comes to my mind. This will be great. So, yeah, we need to have a company Christmas.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Or New Year's party or end of year party. We'll do some annual reviews while we're at it of our performance.
Okay.
It'll be just as valid as every annual review you've ever had in every workplace you've ever been. I never cared about my fucking review because the review was going to be the review, and I was always like, yeah, but am I getting our pay raise?
Yeah, right.
And there was one year, it was when I still worked retail. It was the last year I worked retail, in fact. My oldest was not even quite a year old yet. He was 5 months old. He was like an infant. No. He was almost a year old because they did annual raise reviews like middle of the year, some fucked up shit. So he's almost a year old. I had been pregnant through that job, and I had just given the first year of my kid's life to this job. They give me a glowing review. Talk about how good I did at this and how good I did at that and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And then admit in the review that my departments, because I was a department manager in a retail store, hadn't hit their goals, but here was why. The store hadn't hit their goals, and this was going on, this factor and that factor. And so I had done the best I could with what I had, and they were so happy to have me in their employ. And that happiness was worth an extra $290 per year because I was salary, and so it was a percentage of my salary. And I was like, wait, what? This hard work you love, this hard work I gave while pregnant and the first year of my first kid's life is worth less than an extra $1 a day? What? No. And that was the moment I went, I'm finding another fucking job. I'm out of here. After that, when I left retail, that was 2006 because my oldest was born in 2005. That was 2006. I'd been at work, the new job, a week, and I was like, can I take an extra day off because it's my kid's first birthday? And that boss let me. I would not be that ballsy now to ask for that. But at 26, I was that ballsy. I was like, shameless. It's my kid's first birthday. Can I take the day off? I've only been at this job for a week. Is that okay with you? And that dude said yes. Like, that was on him. But I took a pay cut to take that job because it was an office job. And it was in marketing and advertisement and stuff. And it was really entry level. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He was teaching me. So I took the pay cut, got that job. A year later, year and a half, new job, only a little bit more than I'd been making. But that's the job that I stayed at for 7 years. And by the time I left that job, I'd almost doubled my income there. Like I moved as high up as I was ever going to. And I was like, yeah, it was worth it. It was totally worth it. But it was that last job I had where I finally got decent reviews, and then there would be a good pay raise with it. But even then, the review meant nothing. Yes, you do good work. Keep doing it. Okay. Oh, you should improve on this. And then me being the person I am, because there's always a reason for everything, and I'm a perfectionist. How you going to tell perfectionists they're not doing something right? But So I would point out, oh, yes, I would like to do this better. I need these resources. And they would go, oh, those resources that cost money? Never mind. Keep doing what you're doing. Annual reviews are mostly bullshit. You got to do them when they're used well and appropriately. They can be great tools. They can be great teaching tools, training tools, improving your what you do and your output and your productivity, and they can help you move up through a company if that's what you want to do. But the way most people give annual reviews, I said as somebody who for 2 years was allowed to give annual reviews and knew not a fucking thing. Bullshit. So yeah, I'll give you your annual review, company business review. A blowjob. Is that what you'd like? I'll just give you a blowjob.
Okay.
Okay, and the quality of my blowjob will be let you know how good or not good the year has gone. Will that work?
Yeah.
Same effect, same outcome. Quite frankly, we'll both be happier after that annual review than you ever are at your job's annual review.
I'm all for it.
Okay. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
Business decisions made.
Right?
We should have owned a business together a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay you in blowjobs.
I'm down for that.
Okay. I'm going to review you in blowjobs. Also, I'm going to crush all your hopes and dreams by reviewing your childhood favorite kids shows.
Yeah, I know.
While drinking. It'd be great.
That's why I
don't tell HR on me.
That's why I don't watch TV with you anymore.
We were tormenting the 14-year-old yesterday with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures sort of like type stuff. And I said to him, we should watch that movie. And now I know why he has not jumped on that. We should watch that movie together. That'd be great. Yeah, we totally should. In another century.
With a ball gag in your mouth.
Well, I'd like to know how you explain that to the children.
Well, okay.
Okay. Because we don't watch TV late at night when they're in sleep because I'm tired at that time of day.
So am I.
So, I almost said I think we're done. Let's go to the bonus section. Except this is the bonus section. We got 2 packages in the mail.
Yeah.
One is going to be a review.
Yeah.
And it's from Stockroom. They saw our last review of the neon wand and the bondage thing. And paid attention when John Browster was like, I want to try the thing that it touches you and then you create a spark. So they sent us one. Mm-hmm. So that'll be a 2020 review.
I'm very excited about that.
I know. That'll be a 2020 review. I'm done with the reviews for 2019. But we got another package from a patron
One of our
and a
listeners,
cricket and a listener/watcher. I'm not going to say their name because I remember their actual name and not their handle. But we got this lovely box. And I'm going to tell y'all, I watch my favorite YouTubers. I don't have a lot of favorite YouTubers, but I watch the YouTubers who do the mailbag kind of thing of look at all the things I got. And I'm always of 2 minds of that. One, I'm like, that's a really good way to acknowledge that people have sent you stuff. And the people who do that should get some acknowledgement for that. Oh my gosh. But then I'm of the other mind of, because I think, well, should we do something like that? And then I'm like, oh God, isn't that just a little bit of a humble brag of look at all the things I received? I don't know how, but I watch them. I got 2 YouTubers who do it regularly, and I watch all those episodes. I only fast forward through the parts where I start to get bored. Because I'm like, I learn about new products. You get people's personality. Maybe it's the commentary from the YouTubers. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I'll ever feel comfortable. First of all, I'm assuming we would ever get so much that would justify a whole episode. But I do like to show off what we get because I do want to acknowledge that people send us stuff. I cannot show you the postcard because that's got their faces on it. That's not good. We got a lovely letter, and I will get to that. But let me show you our box of goodies. The first one is a iced cold like tumbler cup. I'm like, yes, this will hold coffee. And it says, please go away. I am introverting. And it's got a straw. Yeah. And now we're going to have to arm wrestle over who gets a drink out of it. And there was a lovely Starbucks gift card in there. So a cup of coffee for each of us. Mm-hmm. Yay. And then there's this little bag, this little Christmas bag, and it has chocolates in it.
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin Green Bay Packer themed chocolate, which is very cool, and something called cow patties that I made sure to read the thing. It's caramel and chocolate, yeah. So and these little ones that are mini mocha chocolates.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's Wisconsin chocolate. So how cool is that? And then my little baby girl heart went, oh, this is so nice. Got some fresh sparkling snow scented hand soap. It's icy melon, holiday pear, and falling snow. And it smells yummy. And if you are listening on audio, I'm going to take a picture of this stuff. And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to see it. And we got this, which is so cute. It smells so good. It smells so good. My little baby girl heart's like, oh, this is so good. Yeah, I'm going to drop the box. Don't mind
drop
me.
it.
It is a candle, an aromatherapy candle. Relax. I'm trying. It's lavender and cedarwood, and it's from Bath and Body Works too, and I love Bath and Body Works. Oh my God, it smells so good. I'm not gonna lie, the lavender is a scent that I wear a lot. You don't wear cedarwood or cedar, like I'm not.
Yeah,
but
no.
When I sniff this, he has problems with his ability to smell, so he can't really smell this. This reminds me of a combination of you and me.
Huh.
Because the cedarwood has this woody, like tree-like smell, which definitely makes me think of you. And then there's the lavender, and like all my stuff is lavender. Oh God, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till we have an office where I can properly put this stuff out.
Right.
So to that person who knows who she is, thank you. Oh, I'll pack that away gently later. Thank you. And then we got this really sweet letter. And said, I wanted to just say happy holidays from my little family to yours. I found your show earlier this year, and I've binged just about every episode in the catalog. Thank you. You guys are funny as hell and just as insightful. Oh, thank you. And listening has been amazingly therapeutic for me. I'm going to skip over other stuff because that's all personal stuff. My point is that listening to your show and getting to know you over the course of the podcast has helped me feel more comfortable with all the parts of my identity. Good. So I would say mission accomplished. Our job here is done. Is that what I would say that
pretty
too.
Much.
And then skip over because personal stuff. And then it says you say at the end of a lot. Word lady can't word today.
Oh goodness!
Even
to read pre-written words. Wow.
I know. You say at the end of a lot of episodes, I'm not sure we've helped anyone. Rest assured, I take something away from every single episode you do, even if it's just a sense that it's okay to be me. It is always okay to be you. And I've become a better communicator, a better submissive, and a more knowledgeable kinkster because of you guys. Thank you for all your hard work that you put into what you do. I hope 2020 brings you more joy and love and growth, and then you know what to do with it. You deserve it. Your faithful cricket. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. And thank you for the goodies. And thank you for anybody else who's like listening to this person's words and going, yep, same. Because, yeah, I perpetually live in, like, not fear, but sort of this, are we doing anything of value? Or are we just talking to hear ourselves speak? Which I can fully admit, I know where that comes from. Those words are directly from my childhood. I was told most of my life I was speaking to hear myself speak. That didn't fuck me up at all. So it is nice to get the feedback. Yeah. It is nice to hear. And we have been lately, I've gotten a lot of DMs and I've gotten a lot of emails of people saying something similar. And I personally walk a fine line between don't let your head get too fucking big so it can't fit through a door, but also taking that in and realizing that, okay, it's okay to be me, that clearly there are people who are like, that bitch is cool. And also that I'm not just speaking into the wind. Like we are, by just sharing our view, because we don't think we're the end all be all. We don't have all the answers. No. Our way is not the only way or the best way. It is the way that works for us for right now. And then we'll change as we change. But that the fact that helps other people is very validating. It's very, it makes it easier to keep going. Because I'm not going to lie, there are many episodes where we stop the recording, turn the mics off, and one of us, and it's usually me because I'm the one with anxiety, but one of us will look at the other and go, was that okay? Was that any good? Did we make any sense? And then sometimes we have episodes where everything turns off and we're like, that was a damn good show. We're practically like chest bumping and high fiving. We're so excited about it. So getting that feedback is always nice.
Yeah.
I love the packages, but it does not have to come wrapped in a gift, but that is always nice. My baby girl heart really likes it. I feel really like embarrassed to admit that I really like getting presents in the mail. Oh my God. And I know where that comes from too. And man, my childhood fucked me up. I should deal with that at some point. Probably not gonna, but I probably should deal with that. So that is a massive thank you. I had a couple people kind of go, I've got stuff coming, which other than shipping out things that people are buying, that's the only reason I'm willing to go to that damn post office this time of year, because I really like getting things in the mail. I'm such a baby girl. I'm so sorry. I feel awful even admitting it. I do. I worry that I'm like coming across as selfish, that I'm being selfish. I'm not even coming across as selfish. I'm being selfish. I don't want to be that way.
Well, you know, she is a baby girl through and through. Yeah. I mean, there are times I am out and about and I'll stop and get her something and bring it home. And I tell you what, it is so worth it to see that smile and hear that squeal, that happy, joyful baby girl squeal.
You would never know that I'm really 40.
Pretty much.
Ooh, I had an epiphany about that the other day.
Oh?
About my age, because I don't know what 40 feels like. I've only been 40 for 5 minutes. It's not old. Nobody needs to tell me 40 is not old. I'm aware, but I don't know what it feels like. And I started thinking about what age I feel, and I realized it depends. Sometimes I would tell you I still feel 18. Now my body does not feel 18. My body is like, bitch, you can't move like that anymore. Stop trying. And I realized it's a mental thing. So there are times. Is your Santa hat making your head hot again?
Yep.
Podcast listeners, he's removed the Santa hat. We should get a picture at some point with you wearing the Santa hat.
Yeah.
So I realized, because sometimes I would tell you I still feel like I'm 18. And I was like, how is that possible when my body knows I'm not 18? And it's because something emotionally or mentally, I'm feeling the same way I felt at around that age. Now, sometimes that's a really negative thing. There's a lot of anxiety. I'm insecure. I'm feeling uncertain. And sometimes I'm feeling really confident. Like, think back to all of the teenagers you know who think they know everything. That level of confidence. Sometimes I do wake up with that level of confidence, and I would tell you I feel really, really young. And then sometimes I think, I feel like I'm still like early 30s. And then I realized that what I was feeling similarly to the time when I was post-divorce and outside of the struggle of that life change, and I was where I was finally feeling like I had entered my own. I had figured out my life. I knew how to pay the bills and take care of the children and navigate life. And I was figuring out dating, and I was figuring out sex, and the world sort of seemed open and full of possibility, and I was feeling confident. And because that was the age or the time of my life when I felt that way.
Gotcha.
When I feel that way now, my brain goes, oh, okay, you feel like you're 30 again, or 30 to 32 really, but you feel like you're 30 again. And that, it was like this mind blown kind of moment. Thankfully, I never feel like it's not never. Yeah. There are times I do feel like a little kid. But it's always the negative times. Unless there's that baby girl moment of getting a surprise. Because when I was a kid, those kinds of surprises, those kinds of little treats were few and far between. We didn't have any money. We didn't live that kind of life. That just didn't happen. So if you got something that you had not asked for, worked for, and you were not expecting because it was your birthday or Christmas, it was a massive deal. Like, massive surprise. And yes, I think some of that comes from just pure happiness because I like getting stuff because I'm that person. But also it takes me back and it makes me feel a little bit young and innocent because there's still that joy of that feeling. But yeah, so like I've been thinking about, well, what does 40 feel like? And I don't think I'm going to know what 40 feels like till I'm well past 40. And I'm looking back and I'm feeling some similar way. Hopefully it's a sense of accomplishment and that we've like achieved some goals and we've done some big shit and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I might not know what 40 feels like till I'm like 50 and trying to figure out what the fuck 50 feels like. Like, I'm sure that's not a universal thing, but I'm sure a lot of people maybe can relate. Maybe other people can explain it better than I. And this is just I was trying to pee and play on my phone at the same time, and I had an epiphany. Is what I'm saying. Because I have been trying to like figure myself out lately, and who am I, and what am I doing, and what does it mean to be 40? Does it mean anything? I don't know. And that's that moment of 45 seconds of peace and quiet in the bathroom with my phone. That is what occurred.
Well,
that is what occurred.
Hello, Cynthia, and welcome. And I can give you a little bit of
Hi, Alfonso.
And I can give you a little bit of heads up. Being on the upper end of the 50s, I have very few fucks left to give.
I'm starting to have fewer.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with it because I have so many clear memories of giving so many fucks and it triggering my own anxiety. But I'm starting to have fewer fucks to give. It's liberating.
It is. It's very liberating. I kind of have reached a point in my life where, accept me as I am. This is who I am. And you don't have to like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with myself. That's what, and that's kind of where I've gotten to.
Yeah, and with you, it definitely comes across as this really quiet confidence. And I think most people I've met who genuinely have fewer or no fucks to give, they come across as very confident because the moment you're not worried about what people think of you, that's what you have is confidence. I have seen the people who profess to have no fucks to give, but clearly still care and care deeply what people think of them because they're constantly telling us how they have no fucks to give. And I'm like, dude, if you had no fucks to give, you wouldn't have to tell me. I would know. I would know by looking at you. I am in a middle place right now.
Gotcha.
The fucks are slowly lightening up because I am slowly realizing that if you could hear that was the sound of our dog coughing in the background. Sorry. I am slowly coming to terms with the fact that there are just some viewpoints and some opinions, even within my own sphere, even within like the quote group I'm supposed to be, we're supposed to be kind of like-minded. I'm never going to agree with, I'm never going to get behind. And also that is okay. I don't know if it's a perfectionism thing. I don't know if it's just anxiety in general. I don't know if it's the childhood I have not wrestled with yet. But I am very much impacted by what is, quote, the right thing to do, the right way to think, the right way to be. And for the most part, I figured out my own sense of right and wrong, and I'm very comfortable with it. But there are certain things, especially things I'm still learning, things I don't feel qualified to have an opinion on. I'm looking at people I admire and respect and going, what do other people say? Let me gather this information, take it internally, and try and figure out what I think. And sometimes the people I want to learn from, maybe even emulate, they'll say something and I'm like, I can't get behind that, but I don't have a reason. I can't even explain it to myself why I don't agree with them. And I then struggle with what's the right thing? What's the wrong thing? What will people think if they know that I'm like, actually, I think you're full of shit over there. Like, and I have not completely been able to stop doing that. I do it a lot less. I am finally, for the most part, able to, and it's usually Twitter because that's just where I kind of hang out online. I'm now able to go, yeah, no, move past that, just keep on scrolling. Don't worry about it. Every once in a while it still pops up. Every once in a while I still have enough uncertainty within myself that I can be affected by those outside opinions and what those outside opinions of me might be. But that is less and less and less. It is very weird, though. I sometimes feel like I'm an island. Because it's like, well, where are the people that I can commiserate with who will understand this? And sometimes I haven't found those people yet, or I'm not in a sphere, like I'm not on a platform where I can do that. Like I would never say that the people who listen to the podcast or watch the videos all agree with everything we say. You don't have to. We kind of don't want you to form your own opinion. But we are all, I think, like-minded enough that even if I say something really fucked up, I'm probably going to be, people aren't gonna like crucify me for it unless I'm really fucked up, which Lord, you couldn't crucify me more than I would do it to myself. But, you know, for the most part, I can have like a whacked out opinion and most people are gonna go, oh, that Kayla, and it's fine because we're kind of like-minded. But I don't, it's a very one-sided interaction. Whereas like in Twitter, that's where you go to have the conversations. And that's where sometimes I feel like an island because I'm over here doing my thing and saying my thing and thinking my thing. And I don't always know how to connect well with, I'm not always connecting with the people who would, like y'all, who care and want to listen and share and blah, blah, blah over on these other platforms. And so then I feel a little bit like an island. And that, for me, when my anxious brain goes, oh, you're alone, you'll always be alone. And so then I gravitate towards, well, what do other people think about this thing? And then it just fucks me all up. I'm still working on it. I'm hoping at least by mid-40s, I'm over that shit. Because I can feel the change happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm...
It's not like a light switch being flipped.
Yeah.
It's a slow, gradual
and that's
shift.
That is something I'm actually noticing. Most of the big changes I've gone through were light switch flip. It was one day, I guess we'll be married for another fucking 50 years. And the next day it was get the fuck out of my house. Like I like made up my mind. We were done. New life, right? But yeah, these kinds of, this is the first time that I have an active memory of feeling the shift. Most shifts you don't really notice until you're looking back and you go, oh yeah, that's right. I used to think that.
Yeah, they're kind of undercurrents and you don't really notice them until you're like on the other side and you're like, oh,
exactly. And usually there's something that happens or someone you talk to that reminds you of what you used to be like, and then you go, oh wait, yeah, I did change. This is when I feel actively happening.
Yeah.
And it's giving me all kinds of identity crises. Like I am constantly going off in my head to like have a moment to go, what does this mean about me and who am I if this is what I do or this is what I think, and how does that relate to this community that I want to be a part of or that community? Sometimes it's exhausting to be an introspective person, and while I encourage more people to be more introspective, I think if we spent more time kind of thinking on our own and checking in with our own feelings, life gets a little bit better. It is possible to do too much. Yeah. And I do too much introspection. A lot. And this is one of those times because it really does, like, there are days where I'm just really not myself because I don't know who am I right now and who do I want to be and what does it mean if I do this or if I do that. And because I am at heart that little girl who just wanted people to like her and be nice to her. I really need to work on some of that shit from childhood. Yeah, there's some stuff there.
Well, I like you.
And that's really all that matters.
And that matters. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I married you. You married me. You better like me. You stuck with me now.
Had nothing better to do.
I know. So, okay. Okay. I think I have talked myself out.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's getting close to... Oh, no, I'm going to watch on.
We hadn't even hit an hour and a half on the live stream.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing good. Last week was almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, y'all.
But I think for me, the break isn't real until, you know, we turn all this off.
You're going to take down the lights, too.
And I'm actually going to pack the lights away.
It'll make Christmas Day easier to not have production stuff.
See, you got to understand, we have these two big, like, photography lights.
Mm-hmm. They're the light boxes.
The light boxes that we use because, you know, Florida, more than not, it's hot out, so we keep the house like a cave. And the lights make it so you can actually see us when we're, you know, doing the live stream or recording videos. Mm-hmm. And while they're not the most difficult things in the world to put up and take down, they can be time consuming. Mm-hmm. You know, between the bulbs, the boxes, the light shades that go over the top. So normally what I'll do is when we're done, they get turned off, compact them as much as possible and stick them in their place of honor, which is, for the moment, in front of the fireplace. So I told her when we finish this recording, I am going to take them down and pack them away for 2 weeks and not have to look at them.
It's going to be really weird. I think it's also going to be kind of nice. I hope to go do some planning and, quote, working, like in a coffee shop with a cup of coffee. I'm gonna to get out of. I need to do that more often, but we haven't found a good working place that also has Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
of course we have Starbucks, but the Starbucks we like is so busy.
Yeah.
It's really hard to work in there. So, especially when you're working with, like, you might have a naked person on your screen when you're working.
Yeah.
Even with my screen shield thing. No, too many damn people.
Right. Well, we did discover one other local coffee shop that we have yet to investigate.
We've got a couple that we want to investigate.
Yeah.
One is going to be dangerous. It also sells cupcakes.
And yes, it's a bakery as well as a coffee shop.
And I was looking at them online, and I think they do most places do gluten-free, but I could have sworn I saw something like made with almond flour, which means it's almost keto-friendly. I'm like, because I love me some buttercream icing. I love frosting. I would just eat frosting. Just cover put my face in it. And I do make keto-friendly frostings and enjoy them. Yeah. But at birthdays and celebrations, I might not eat the cake if it's made with regular flour or whatever. I will eat the frosting because I love frosting.
Yes, she will.
So it's like, if I could get a local bakery that makes stuff with like almond flour or coconut flour, they can use full sugar. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I will have that indulgence. It's the flour that like causes serious stomach pain, and like I just can't have it. So the sugar can be the indulgence as long as the flour is not flour. So there's that one, and then there's another coffee place that's actually right by the gym that we don't go to. Yeah, and it's an Irish like pub / restaurant. Cafe, yeah. / coffee shop, and I'm like, we need to go there. Then there's another one downtown.
Yes, you've told me about that one. Yeah,
I think it's set up kind of like a speakeasy, but for coffee lovers. Oh no, it's a creperie. I'm thinking. So they do crepes and they do coffee, and I think they do teas. And I'm like, but their hours are so funky.
The speakeasy one was Java that you were thinking about that. That was back in Pinellas County.
That's what it was.
Yes.
So yeah, we've got places to try, but we just haven't. I just haven't. Partly because I'm not going to go try by myself. That makes me nervous.
Well, maybe while we're on our little 2-week hiatus, and our workload will be a little less, we have some exploring to go do.
We do. That requires leaving the house.
Yes.
Being out with the people.
But you'd be leaving the house with me.
I know, and that does make leaving the house much easier.
Well, I could just go all daddy on you. And,
Oh, please go all daddy on me.
Baby girl, we are going out.
Not that kind of daddy.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was looking for another kind of daddy there. Sorry.
Oops.
Podcast listeners, I think I'm about the same shade of red as the stocking behind my head. I'm
pretty much.
Sure.
You blend right in. Yeah, you
do.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, we do. We need to. Yeah. We got to remember to get the children out of the house at some point, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those pesky children who will hide in their bedroom if allowed to. They would never come out except maybe for food. Certainly not for showers.
No.
No, the 10-year-old still gets pissed, and I'm like, you gotta go brush your teeth, right? Every day. I'm like, this is not new. I did not just decide this 5 minutes ago. I'm not springing this on you. This is a thing you have to do every day. This is not new information. Why are you mad about it?
That's kind of been the nice thing about the 14-year-old having the not girlfriend.
Oh, God, yeah. He's constantly grooming. Constantly.
Suddenly he has a vigorous interest in personal grooming.
It is wonderful. Y'all, she comes over on Sunday to visit. He was very excited. Before she came over, he showered, as he should.
Yeah.
Put the deodorant on. Great. He's like, Mama even shaved. Now, y'all, the only thing that has grown in is his upper lip. It's still soft and fuzzy, but it's a little bit like a chia pet. And in my family, my people are swarthy people, and it's all dark hair. So it was
back in my day, it would be what you call a cat lick. You put a little bit of milk on there, and the cat would lick it off, and you never
stop. But it's dark and it's fuzzy, so I get why he's shaving. It's the only part of his whole face he shaves. He's not nowhere near needing to do the jawline. No. Like it's just this little. He's like, I shave too, Mom. I shave too. I'm like, okay. And of course, he's brushed his teeth. And I said, did you comb your hair? Because he never does that. And he's like, well, not really, but I'm like, well, it looks different. And I wore the jeans that fit well and the good-looking shoes. Cleaned his room. I was like,
yeah,
this child needs to come to our house more often.
I have never seen that room that clean since the day we moved in.
Except he did not make the bed.
Well, okay. Yeah, there's that. But, hey.
But, yeah, he picked up all the chunks from the floor. I was like,
yes.
Damn, I like this girl already, and she hasn't done anything. Y'all, and then he takes her back to his bedroom so they can talk. And for the few people out there who just clutched your pearls, y'all, the walls are paper thin. I can hear everything. That's why we do very little now, because you can hear everything. And she was really shy when she said hi to me, and then he whisks her back to, like, get away from the adult, the mom. And her whole tone and demeanor changed once she was comfortable. This is a girl with opinions, who is not afraid to voice them, and she takes none of the 14-year-old shit. I like her. I like her. I don't know a shit about her, and I like her. I'm like, damn, she's moving? That sucks. Can you, like, make this your type in terms of girls? Because I no fucks to give, no shits to give. She's like, this is how this is, and I'm like, yeah, he definitely has a type, and his type is his mom. I was like, that sounds
whether
very
he knows
familiar.
it or not, yeah.
That sounds very familiar. That's a tone I recognize very well. No, she does seem like a sweet girl.
Yeah.
So, but we're at that point in life where he's kind of dating, but not really. He's got a social life going on, kinda. He's going out and doing stuff without us. It's weird. It's good.
Yeah.
I want him to become a fully functioning adult, separate and apart from us when he is of age. And so this is the process, but it's also weird. It's very weird. So, yeah, we need to go. It's hard because we're going to be on a break for 2 weeks.
I know.
And y'all, I'm just going to apologize now for that first episode back. That will be long. I know it will be. I know it will. I don't know what the topic will be yet, but it'll be long.
Yeah, no, Aria, don't tell him that. Absolutely not.
Don't tell him what? I know Aria says don't tell him that, but don't tell him what? I forgot what I've already said. Sorry.
Probably about him having a type.
Oh, yeah, his type being like his mother. Oh, yeah. No, we're not mentioning that to him. Oh, my God. No.
Mum is the word.
No, that would not go well. But I can know, and I can find it hilarious.
And smile and laugh inside, yes.
Yeah, which means eventually he'll bring somebody home whom I hate because they'll be like me. It's going to happen. And I'll do what my mother did because I was with somebody she hated for 12 years. And just smile.
Smile and nod.
And every once in a while say, we don't have stupid people in our family, so you might want to work on that. Direct quote from my mother to my ex-husband. Okay, we're going to go because I could talk all day, and I do have a couple more things to do, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to miss all y'all. We're around on social media. I'm going to try and be better about answering messages. Yeah, we love you guys.
We do.
Talk to us wherever you connect to us. It's cool.
We are so very grateful for all of you who watch us on the live stream, on our videos. Grateful for those of you who listen to the podcast. All of you that support us with what we do, it's wonderful. It's amazing. You know, Kayla was talking earlier about the messages. I get so many wonderful messages. You know, there are days I get busy and wound up, and sometimes I wonder why we go through all this. And you know, I have those days too. And then next thing I know, I get a message in FetLife, and somebody's telling me how we've helped them, and you know how much they enjoy what we do, and you know, yeah, it makes a big difference, and we're grateful for all of you, and we hope that however you celebrate, you have wonderful holidays, Merry Christmas,
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice. Is it Happy Solstice? Winter Solstice? I don't remember how you say it. Somebody correct me.
Yeah, please. I can't think of. There is another term for it, but I cannot.
But I remembered this year.
Yeah. And
Happy
New Year, happy and safe New Year, please. We want you all to be back next year. You know, thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
y'all have made 2019 a really amazing year.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see what happens in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get there, we're going to take us a little break. We're going to take a couple weeks off and just not do as much.
Yeah.
So, but probably follow us on Instagram if you're there, because that's where we tend to like go live quickly. Happy Solstice is fine. Thank you, CDC.
Okay,
I knew somebody corrected me.
Yeah.
So we love you guys, and we're going to go, and we will be back the first full week of January 2020.
Yep.
Videos and podcast and live stream and all that. And that's us. And this is us, and we're done, and we love you guys.
Are we good?
I guess.
Come on, baby girl.
Okay. I have to say it. It means I'm saying goodbye for 2 weeks. Okay.
Baby girl.
Yes, Daddy.
Are we good?
Yes, Daddy.
Keep it kinky, y'all.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks. And 2020 is going to be great. Bye.